Welcome back to the first year organic chemistry. We were studying the basic concepts of organic chemistry. In that one we have studied in the previous video estimations of various elements. The percentage of calculation of the percentage of each element like carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, sulfur, halogens and oxygen. Now by using these percentages, let us calculate the empirical and molecular formula. So first let us see what is meant by empirical and molecular formula. Empirical and molecular formula. When we have a particular compound, that compound is indicated with the formula that is called as the molecular formula. But actually the empirical formula indicates the simplest ratio among the atoms of various elements. So empirical formula is the formula that gives simplest ratio of atoms of different elements present in one molecule of the compound. In one molecule of the compound. Say for example, for hydrogen peroxide, the formula indicates that hydrogen and oxygen are present in the ratio 1:1. Therefore, empirical formula for this hydrogen peroxide is HO. For the carbohydrates like glucose, fructose, mannose, etc., the empirical formula indicates that the carbon, hydrogen and oxygen are present in the ratio 1:2:1. So the empirical formula of glucose, similarly mannose, fructose, etc., it is indicated as CH2O. Similarly, we have for sodium carbonate. Even though it is an inorganic compound, we can consider the example. Sodium carbonate, the empirical formula indicates that the carbon, sodium and oxygen. Sodium to carbon to oxygen are in the ratio 2:1:3. But actually in case of the sodium carbonate, this itself is the molecular formula. So we have some relationship between the empirical formula and molecular formula that I will give afterwards. So first remember, empirical formula is the formula that gives the simplest ratio of atoms of different elements present in one molecule of the compound. Actually hydrogen peroxide is indicated with the formula H2O2. So hydrogen and oxygen are present in the ratio 2:2 or 1:1. The simplest ratio is 1:1. That's why for hydrogen peroxide empirical formula is HO. Similarly, we have this molecular formula. Molecular formula is the formula that gives actual ratio of atoms of different elements present in one molecule of the compound. One molecule of the compound. Say for example, for hydrogen peroxide. For hydrogen peroxide, molecular formula is H2O2. Similarly, for glucose. For glucose, it is C6H12O6. For sodium carbonate, it is same, Na2CO3. Similarly, for various organic compounds, empirical formula may be different from the molecular formula, or sometimes it may be same. For example, in case of this acetic acid, molecular formula is CH3COOH. That is, it is C2H4O2. But empirical formula, the simplest ratio is CH2O. Similarly, for methyl alcohol, it is CH3OH. That is CH4O. For this also, it is CH4O. For formaldehyde, it is HCHO. That is CH2O, CH2O. Both empirical and molecular formula are same. Therefore, molecular formula can be written as N into empirical formula. Molecular formula of a compound can be calculated by multiplying empirical formula with a suitable integer. To calculate this integer, we have the equation N is equal to molecular mass divided by empirical formula mass. Where N may be, we get 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. a simple integer. If N is equal to 1, then in such a case empirical formula and molecular formula will be identical. But if N is equal to 2 or 3 or 4, etc., these are all only integers. So the ratio of the molecular mass and empirical formula mass will give rise to an integer. This integer may be 1. In that case, empirical formula and molecular formula will be same. For example, in case of the methanol, CH4O. Formaldehyde, CH2O. But in case of some other compounds, N may be 2, 3, 4, etc. In case of this acetic acid, empirical formula is CH2O, molecular formula is C2H4O2. That is 2 times this one will give rise to the molecular formula. So this is the relationship between empirical formula and molecular formula. So empirical formula is the simplest formula, while molecular formula will indicate the actual number of atoms of the different elements present in one molecule. So we can have the relationship between empirical and molecular formula as molecular formula is equal to N times the empirical formula. Here N can be either 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. If N is equal to 1, empirical and molecular formula will be same. For example, in case of this formaldehyde, methanol, etc., N is equal to 1. For acetic acid, N is equal to 2. For glucose, N is equal to 6. For hydrogen peroxide, N is equal to 2. So to calculate the empirical formula mass, once you calculate the empirical formula, add the atomic masses of all the elements present in this empirical formula. For example, in case of this acetic acid, empirical formula mass will be equal to, for carbon it is 12, for hydrogen it is 2, for oxygen it is 16. So it is 14 plus 16, it is 30. Once you calculate the empirical formula mass, from the various other experiments, we can determine the molecular mass, either by using the Victor-Meyer's method or by using colligative properties like elevation in boiling point, depression in freezing point, or viscosity method. Various other methods are available to determine the molecular mass. So it itself is a topic in second year in the colligative properties. So once you determine the molecular mass and empirical formula mass, you calculate this N, from which we can calculate the actual molecular formula for the given compound. Now in the calculations of empirical formula and molecular formula, let us have some examples. So to calculate the empirical and molecular formula, what we need is either the percentages of various elements that are present or some other information like how much of compound will give rise to carbon dioxide and how much of water and how much of the other compounds like silver chloride, barium sulfate, etc. Silver halides or barium sulfate, etc. Using these informations, we can calculate the empirical formula. Once you calculate the empirical formula, then you have to calculate the molecular formula by using the molecular mass and empirical formula mass. But before that, to calculate the empirical formula itself, we have some steps. So, let us see the calculation of empirical formula. Empirical formula. So, the first step is divide the percentage of elements by respect to atomic masses. By respect to atomic masses. So usually this step will give rise to some fractions. Okay, that fraction will give rise to the ratio of the atoms of the various elements. But in the second step, above values are divided by least value to get simplest whole number ratio of atoms. So to calculate the simplest ratio, once you get these values, you have to divide by the smallest one or least value, so that it will give rise to simplest whole number ratio. But here, even if this step does not give you the whole number ratio, then we have to go for this third step. So to convert to simplest ratio, multiply by suitable integer. Suitable integers. Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. So that this whole number ratio, if not obtained in the second step, should be converted to whole number ratio by multiplying with suitable integers. Then you have to express the empirical formula. For example, if you get the carbon as 1, hydrogen as 2, oxygen as 3, etc., then we write CH2O like that, or CH2O3 like that. Suppose you get this carbon 1, hydrogen 1, oxygen 2, etc. Then the empirical formula must be written as CHO2. No need to write this 1 and 1. Only the other numbers are to be written. Otherwise, this C and H indicate that they are 1 and 1. Similarly, if carbon is 2, oxygen is 3, then oxygen is 2, hydrogen is 3. Then we have to write the formula CH3O2. Like that we have to express the empirical formula. Then to calculate the molecular mass, molecular formula. Calculation of molecular mass. Molecular formula. Calculation of molecular formula. So to calculate the molecular formula, first you calculate N. N is equal to molecular mass divided by empirical formula mass. As I have already given how to calculate this empirical formula mass. Therefore, molecular formula is equal to n into the empirical formula. First, from the information of the percentage of elements, divide them by the respective atomic masses. For carbon it is 12, for hydrogen 1, oxygen 16, nitrogen 14, sulfur 32, halogens, different halogens have got different atomic masses, chlorine 35.5, like that. Then once you get this ratio, you have to convert them to simple whole number ratio. By dividing by smallest fraction or smallest value, you can convert them to simple whole number ratio. Even in second step, if you don't get the whole number ratio, then multiply with suitable integer to get the whole number ratio. Whatever the numbers you get for different elements, express them as the empirical formula. To calculate the molecular formula, take this n is equal to molecular mass divided by empirical formula mass, where molecular formula is equal to n into empirical formula. So this empirical formula mass obtained from the empirical formula, molecular mass is obtained from the various other informations. In some cases, they will give rise to this vapor density. Vapor density is equal to molecular mass divided by 2. So if vapor density is given, multiply with 2 to get the molecular mass. Sometimes that type of information will be given, then we have to calculate the molecular mass by taking 2 times the vapor density. So how to use these values and how to use these steps to calculate the molecular mass and empirical formula mass, we shall see in the next video. Thank you.